Look at him. Look at him. He's got all his gear on. You got all your gear on. Look at this guy. Oh man.
I see. Can you see it? Can you see it, my brother? Okay.
Hold on. I got something in my eye. Congratulations. The Pats. Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah, man. All right, we get to play another weekend.
Unbelievable. You know
Get to
what?
play another.
I believe. I believe in May Day. I told you that. I
Yeah.
told you I believed in May Day. May Day is about to have a big payday.
Well deserved, man. Well deserved. Had some moments, where things didn't go right, but he had some moments where he had some big plays. I'm sure we get into it though.
The Chargers are on a nice vacay, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know.
And you know what? Let's get right into it. But before we do that, I want to give a thanks to our sponsor, Little Mania Midget Wrestling. It's not just a show; it's a high voltage experience that leaves crowds roaring like a lion for more. This is serious athleticism combined with oversized personality. You get it? Oversized personalities. These midgets are so talented and they're just spectacular human beings. Coming to Eastern North Carolina, January 29th in Weaverville, North Carolina, and January 30th in Goldsboro, and February 1st in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Get your tickets at littlemaniaevents.com. That's littlemaniaevents.com. And let me tell you something. It's a great time and opportunity to bring the whole entire family and see these little guys do some really big stuff. So Little Mania Wrestling. And they're speaking of wrestling, man. Justin here, Herbert, he was getting body slammed on this past Sunday, man.
Yeah, man. We started out real slow with getting to him, man. He wasn't pressured at all through like the first quarter and a half. And then like that last possession before the half was like cause something just the switch came on. And man, we were just getting to him left and right from that point on.
Oh man, left and right, left
Yeah,
and right.
yeah.
And it seemed like Mike really made the adjustment because early in that game, uh, you know, you start. I don't know. I had a little picture of you in my mind, and I saw you like biting your nails because Justin had a little bit of time to throw the ball in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, he did. I won't worry, but I was a little frustrated that we won't what he had so much time, man. I was just a little frustrated it had so much time. Once we got after we fumble and then we stopped them, they got the ball at the 10 and we stopped them on fourth down. I was like, yeah, we gonna be good this game. But I didn't like that we were not getting to him, man. And like I said, we didn't have to sack him. We just needed to get him off his spot, put a little
Yeah,
pressure on him. So, but we sacked him. I mean, about 6 times, and then we started making him move off his spot. And from that point on, we kind of dominated the game defensively.
yeah, really disrupt his rhythm, and that's the thing. And Justin is a real rhythmatic kind of guy.
Right.
So as soon as his rhythm gets disrupted, you got a good shot at him. I think you guys did very well in the second half. I also love, I mean, Stevenson. I can't say any more about this guy. I mean, the way he runs that rock, man, I think that I would be even more excited about him next year than I am now. I mean, he is really developing to be a serious threat.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He bounced back, man. He had fumbling issues early in the season, So I'm glad he got it together. I think the rookie kind of pushed him. But
Yeah,
Henderson had got on the
yeah,
hot streak too. After the concussion, Henderson had got a concussion, and after the concussion, Stevenson just took off. Even though Henderson didn't even miss a week, we kind of didn't play him the week that he came back from the concussion. We kind of let Stevenson take the lead role, and then man, since that point on, man, he just been explosive, powerful. Catching the ball out of the backfield. Same thing that got him paid. He doing the same things that got him paid. We signed Stevenson to a 4-year, $36 million deal after he had a good year about 3 years ago. So this is the second year of that deal. And last year was a little rough, but I think the O line wasn't all the way together, and people didn't quite respect the pass game, so it wasn't that many lanes. And then, like I said, beginning of this year, he was tiptoeing through holes. Vrabel said it too. Vrabel like, we got holes there. Stevenson just not confident with going through them because he's thinking about the fumbles, which he led the league in
yeah,
fumbles last year, and then he fumbled
yeah,
twice early in the season. So, but it's just good to see him back to that. I want to say 2022 form that got him paid.
yeah. You got to keep getting paid, and in order to keep getting paid, you got to play. You got to play your game.
Right,
And,
right.
and let's give a shout out to Henry because I know Henry had a little revenge going on during the
Yeah,
game
yeah.
with his old squad, and it was nice to see him making some really big catches. How you feel about that, Coach?
Yeah, man, he was slow in the first half too, and I'm like, man, we got to get Henry involved. I want to get Diggs involved too, but I most definitely know we had to get Henry involved. And then, he made some plays in the second half. Made some plays with his legs in the first half just to, get us some points. I want him to be a little more cautious with the ball, be a little bit more aware when people hanging on to you. Don't try to do too much. You know, One of them lost fumbles. Both of them really could have turned into something, but neither one of them did. So we got thanks to defense for that. But made plays with his legs and made timely throws.
Really did. And you know what? I also like to uh, give a credit to the fact that you guys were able to make those adjustments without cracking under pressure. Because, a lot of times when you're a home team and you're positioned where in the media you're supposed to win a game,
Yeah,
sometimes that doesn't go your way. You get that jinx on you. So you guys definitely did the opposite and dispel that curse.
we did. We kept our composure, and just an extension of the coach. He got
Yeah,
to focus less.
Mike is a coach, man.
Yeah, that's an extension of the coach.
He got his lip banged up. They were so excited when you guys won.
Yeah, yeah, blood, sweat, and tears, my brother. Blood, sweat, and
Now I
tears.
want to do something interesting with every game that we talked about that happened. I want to go right into now their game that's coming up next. So, what do you think about the Patriots going up against another game that we saw last night with C.J. Stroud? He had a little problem holding on to the ball.
Yeah, he did, man. He did. He looked. He wasn't all the way. I mean, I don't know. He just wasn't playing at his best last night, and they defense came through for them too.
Coach Q, I told you about those Texas defense.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They've been good for the last 3 years, to be honest. This ain't nothing new for them. They've been a pretty good defense the last couple of years, especially under DeMarco Ryans. So they've been a good defense for a while. But it's gonna be a matchup, man. They made more plays than the Steelers did, but really the Steelers turned the ball over. Made Houston turn the ball over early in the game and just couldn't take advantage of it.
He couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, they couldn't take advantage of it. And when Houston made the Steelers turnover, they scored on both of the turnovers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
it seemed to me that Metcalf he was playing. Maybe he caught Casparitis because he was ghost most of the game.
yeah, he started out hot.
Yeah,
He started out hot. He made two big plays, two big catches. he had a big drop. Then after the drop, man, it's just like they didn't go back to him, or I don't know. I don't know what happened with that, but he most definitely didn't get no targets until late in the game. So I think I would have got him the ball. So man, I would have tried to find a way to get him the ball. Um, but they got some good corners, man, in Houston. So um,
They got
Stanley,
some blankets over there.
yeah, they do, man. So it was a tough matchup. It was a tough matchup, to me. Corner from Houston playing some of the best ball in the NFL. So it was a tough
Yeah,
matchup, man. Go ahead.
no, I was just thinking about that defense, how, going horizontal with those guys. I mean, on the sides, they're able to really fill up those edges, right? So it's
Yeah.
going to be interesting to see what Mike is going to do with the pass and what their game plan is coming into this game. I'm really excited about this matchup and how they're going to attack that Texan stout defense.
Right. Yeah, Mike, he won't do too much with the offense. He gonna leave that to Josh. So, I think Josh can scheme up some plays and stuff, that'll be effective against the defense. Like, don't get me wrong now, it's a tough defense, so it ain't gonna be easy. Um, Houston had that run game going too, thankfully for CJ Stroud that day,
Yeah,
Woody
yeah,
Morris. Woody Morris had a really good game. Chubb carried the ball good with his couple of carries that he had. But then Woody Morris came in with just electric, showed the speed, showed the young legs.
yeah.
So Woody Morris had a really good game. Nico Collins got banged up with a concussion, so we'll see how that. You got to monitor that throughout the week. I
Right.
think
How's
that'll be
that
a
going to
big
play
loss.
out?
That'll be a big loss if Nico can't go.
They
Um,
need Nico.
yeah, they need Nico just to take some attention away from that'll help the rookies that they got. And Christian Kirk had a big game though.
Yeah,
That was
had
a
a
little
really good
blast.
game.
That was a blast from the past there. He really haven't done too much this season, but Kurt had a good game, and the matchup that everybody looking forward to with Gonzalez and Nico, both of them banged up in concussion protocol.
Oh man.
Lucky Gonzalez got an extra day. Nico played on Monday, and it looked like it was a tough one. Gonzalez concussion didn't look quite as bad as Nico. Nico kind of face planted and he hit the ground. He hit his head hard.
He hit his head real hard.
Yeah, he hit his head
So
hard.
are they going to bounce back? We got to see how that's going to turn out. But I really look at when I look at May and I look at CJ Stroud, I just think that May is at a different level right now than
Yeah,
CJ, and I think
I
that's going to be the determining factor.
yeah it is. I think so. I think May playing better ball. I mean, we have seen CJ play at a high level, but just lately he haven't played at that same level that he played at as a rookie. But like I said, I think I said this earlier about that when he went out, Davis Mills won games and didn't do too much. Just did enough. And
Right.
I think CJ Stroud saw that, and now CJ Stroud, he don't try to do too much. Uh, the other night was not something that usually he don't usually turn the ball over like that, so you don't usually see that. Um, so I don't expect that. I don't expect for him to do that again. We're gonna have to play, and we're gonna have to really beat him, to come out victorious this upcoming game against Houston.
Are you excited? Are you excited,
Yeah,
Coach?
man. Hey, man. This what I call it, big boy football, man. This big boy weekend right here.
This is a big boy weekend right
It's
here, man, and
it,
your
these are
team is
really.
in there.
It's really. I mean, it's shaking out. Really, this probably really about the 8 best teams, in the NFL, really and truly.
Really and truly. And let's talk about some other teams here. Let's talk about how those Eagles wings finally got clipped.
Yeah, yeah, they did, man. They
The
they kind of did.
49ers found a gold mine, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah, man. What's your thoughts on that game?
My thoughts on that game was AJ Brown needs to sit the hell down. No more talking from you, AJ. You had your chance to shine, man, and I mean, he dropped some really important passes, and I think Purdy. I think he had a really Purdy game.
Yeah, he was really solid. Um, Robinson stepped up, had a really good game for him. He had a really good game. It's always seemed like it's just a different guy for the 49ers receiving core that'll step up and have a good game. Um, yeah, man, the Eagles, I just don't know, man. They were showing some film on Brown how he wasn't even blocking in the run game like he was supposed to.
Yeah,
And you can't really have that, man, as a unit, man. That's why I praise Mac Hollins so much. I'm mad that he's on IR because he just so useful in the run game for as being willing to stick his helmet in there and block.
yeah.
He ain't no diva, man.
He needs to get more credit for that.
Right, right. So, and I don't really take AJ Brown to be a diva, not until this year, man. I don't know, everything he did kind of rubbed me the wrong way, man. As far as complaining, you winning games and you still complaining about the ball. I
That's
mean,
terrible for the ball club.
right, and we know why, man. It just shouldn't have been so public. I mean, I don't blame you for wanting the ball, because that's your money. Well, you done got paid, so you done got paid. But thinking about your legacy, you want to go to the Hall of Fame and all that, so you want the catches and the yards. But it's just a way to go about it.
Right. There is a way to go about it, and to all the young athletes that watch this show, remember that no matter how successful that you are on the field, any discrepancies or any things that you feel are not going your way, always think team first. And when you're in the media, be responsible for the words that you say and think about the team, because I think that hurt the locker room a lot. I really do. I think that behind the scenes, some of those players were feeling some kind of way about it.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I think so too. So, man, I really the Eagles defense played pretty good throughout the game, man. And, 49ers made a couple more plays. The Eagles just didn't make the plays that they needed to make. Um, I don't know, man. I think Hurts. I think they'll bounce back. I think they'll bounce back. I got to see what they do with Brown. They gonna bring him back or they gonna let him go. I'm pretty sure his contract make it hard just to get rid
I
of
would
him.
let him go. I would not have a disgruntled player on my team, and I don't see how it's going to get any better unless maybe those passes that he dropped humbled him a little bit. But I would definitely move forward from him.
Yeah, I doubt it, man. I doubt they're humbling him. Wide receivers they just wired differently, man.
They wired differently.
Yeah, they wired differently, man. So, and I think a fresh start. He need a he. Yeah, I think he need a fresh start, man. He need to kind of get away from Jalen Hurts. He don't really want Jalen Hurts to be his quarterback, man. That's where it all stemmed from.
That's where it comes down to.
Yeah, he don't want Jalen Hurts to be his quarterback, man. Even with all the success he
Yeah.
done had as a team, he just don't want Jalen Hurts to be his quarterback. So,
Well, I tell you, the 49ers are loving their quarterback. What do you think about them and their chances this week, Coach?
man, that's gonna be a tough game for them, man. And then we talked about the Eagles a lot, so let's talk about the 49ers in that game, man. They just stayed the course, and it's like no matter who in they lineup, this was my surprise team of the year about midway. Like, how are they doing this with so many missing people?
Kyle
And it's
Shanahan, hats off.
how they doing this with so many missing people, man? And they just continue to do it. Missing people on defense, offense. It just don't matter. Kittle tore his Achilles during the game, and
Oh man, kiddos. We feel bad. We feel sorry for kiddos. What a great player, and that's a terrible way to go out.
yeah, it is, man. It is. So, um, they just keep getting it done with whoever in uniform. Christian McCaffrey had a big game. Um, Man, he been solid all year. He ain't been that explosive Christian McCaffrey, but he been the consistent Christian McCaffrey. He didn't get injured.
He made a spectacular catch, and I mean, he really is the reason for that 49er victory if you add an exclamation point on it.
Right. He was real consistent, man. He been real consistent all year. He might have had like one or two bad games, but for the most part, it ain't been no real explosive type things like Jonathan Taylor and Cook been
Right.
doing. But it's just under the radar, man. Real consistent, man. Very consistent, man. A lot of catches this year out of the backfield with all the wide receivers being hurt. So he was kind of like playing both wide receiver and running back. The line wasn't solid this year for the Niners.
No, not at all.
Brock Purdy missed a bunch of games. Matt Jones played a lot, right? And it just
We could have put on our uniforms and been successful in that system.
that's what it feels like, man. So they did what they had to do, man. I mean, that game they didn't dominate the game, but they were the better team on the field, most definitely. And I put emphasis on team, you know. So
That's what it's all about. It's all about team. This is a
no way,
team game.
no way they should have won that game talent wise on paper, man. It just got
Yeah,
it done.
they got it done now. Are they going to get it done this week?
Ah, dude,
Come on,
man.
coach.
I don't think so, man. Seattle, not the way they looked against Seattle just the week before to try to get the number one seed. I mean, Seattle kind of.
Seattle's got the 12th man. That
Yeah,
12th
man.
man is going to
Seattle's.
be raising some serious chaos in those stands.
Yeah, man. Now, do I think the 49ers got a chance? I do. And I know that's cliche that, everybody, but they really do. But because they got Shanahan but it's going to be tough, man, especially how good Seattle looked against them just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough.
That defense, man, is electric. And they did it in San Francisco, I believe.
Yeah,
So
that
now
defense is something. That defense is not. They're not the Legion of Boom, but they're the Legion of Zoom. They got speed over there.
right, they do. They really do, man. And then, you know, kudos to Sam Darnold, man.
Hey, boy. Look, I can't even get it out. We were so wrong about Sammy.
Yeah,
We were so wrong, Sam. I just want to give you a public apology. You are playing absolutely fantastic. Here at Second Opinion, we were some meatheads.
yeah,
I cannot believe how well Sam has played.
yeah. We try to give a credit to the Vikings off. That's that Vikings offensive system that made Sam Darnold so good. But really, it looked vice versa now. It looked like
We
Sam
went to a
Darnold.
better system.
Yeah. Well, I ain't even gonna say that. I mean, he just really solid quarterback, man. Because like the Vikings offensive system didn't quite
Nah, he ain't a
look the
solid
same.
quarterback. He went to a better system.
Right. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but I'm just saying this that I ain't gonna say the system
No,
better
he
over
did.
there.
He did.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the Viking system didn't look quite the same with JJ running it.
Yeah, not at all.
And the Viking quarterback has been good to Kirk Cousins for years, but JJ just didn't look good in it. But
Yes, Sam
Sam,
has earned his stripes.
yeah, he has, man. And then when he wasn't, his best, Seattle defense held it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be a tough game for the Niners, man. And then Seattle got a good run game, man. People don't give Walker and Charbonnet the credit they deserve, man. They a heck
They
of a 1-2
don't.
punch.
Yeah, they
They
got a great 1-2 punch.
they got a great 1-2 punch, man. And then the surprise player of the year got to be JSN.
Yeah.
We knew he was good, but we didn't know he was gonna be number one wide receiver in the league type good.
He's definitely got the pot boiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to go with you, Coach. I think the Seahawks are going to be flying high.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
The Pride and Egos line of athletic wear is a brand that tells a story about people representing individuality, diversity, equality. Everybody's got our own story. What's your story? We interrupt this broadcast for the Second Opinion halftime show.
I feel the wind on my face, a familiar sound takes me back to a special place where the neon lights flicker and the stories unfold. In the heart of Nashville, living legends. Those honky-tonk nights with the music so sweet. Every note tells a tale of love, loss, and defeat. When I close my eyes, I can still see the scene where the dreams of a country boy took flight like a dream. Now there's no Loretto, cash is long gone. The spirit of their music still lingers on. Slowly pulled to the side of the road as I turned on the radio. The stories to unload in Nashville, it sounded like solid country gold. Took me back to that special place, never old. Like going to church with amazing grace. Every chord strikes a memory, every face. Hank sung about lost highways and the pain. Keith wasn't closing his eyes in the rain. Old George Jones only had 3 DUIs, but his heart and his music was always on high. Each lyric a blessing, each riff a cry. Echoes of legends who never say die. It's a melody that carries like a whispering breeze, taking me back to them sweet memories. With every strum of the guitar I'm revived. In the heart of this music, we truly survive. So raise a glass to the nights, let's toast to the past, to the songs of our youth and the memories that last. Now there's no Loretto, cash is long gone, but the spirit of the music still lingers on. Slowly pulled to the side of the road as I turned on the radio. The stories to unload in Nashville, it sounded like solid country gold. Took me back to that special place, never old. From the smoky bars to the grand stages bright, the heart of Nashville is alive every night with the sound of the steel guitars and the warmth of the strings. Each note demands when news from the south. I've been up a litany like a fire.
Hi, this is John Johnson from Touch the Buffalo. This is our song Heart is For, and you're watching Second Opinion.
In your eyes, I'm a saint, but I'm a sinner all the same. You know just where I
Hi, I'm Doug from Carbon Lifeforms. This is our song, I'm Gonna Get You Girl, and you're watching Second Opinion.
I've been hiding with you for a couple of months. You've been teasing me and driving me nuts. I'm gonna get you, girl, the game is tonight. But soon I know you're going to see. I'm gonna get you, girl, the game is tonight. I'm gonna lay you down and hammer you all night. You know what you do if you like this game, but you know it's driving me insane. I'm gonna get you, girl, the game is tonight. I'm gonna lay you down and love you, girl, all night. Just you and me, so you think it's fun, but soon you'll see that I have won. I'm gonna get you, girl, and make it scream. But soon I know you're going to see. I'm gonna get you, girl, the game ends tonight. I'm gonna lay you down and hammer you all night.
This halftime show was sponsored by Nash Studios of Greenville, North Carolina.
So moving on from that, we got the Bears, the Grizzly Bears. The Bears, they're out of hibernation. They want to eat. And boy, did they eat. Well, they actually did something miraculous, Coach. I mean, let's talk about the comeback that the Bears did after being down 21-3. I had them on my parlay and I went to sleep, and then all of a sudden, only thing I was able to say was cha-ching.
I know, man. That was a great comeback. But let me ask you this. I'm gonna let you handle this one first. But did you think that the Bears won the game, or do you think the Packers lost the game?
I think it was scripted. Now playing. I think the Packers lost the game, man. I think Matt LaFleur is now on the bubble. He's on the hot seat. You know, he's on the hot seat. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be let go, but now you're on the hot seat going into next season, because how can you play so good, Coach? How can you play that good in the first half and play that bad in the second half? How?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I agree, man. Bears shouldn't have had
what
enough time.
happened?
The Bears shouldn't have enough time to make the comeback, man. They just would not use the clock. They wouldn't run the ball, man. They did a couple 3 and outs, man, to start the second half, and I'm like, dang, what are you doing? Like
What are
you
you
got Josh
doing?
Jacobs. You got a good
Take
offensive
them.
line.
Use Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, man. And if you scared that you won't go, you could at least did some passing plays that was high percentage of being completed, so you can keep the clock moving. They had the clock stopped too much, man.
I'm gonna say something to you, and this actually gives me goosebumps saying it because I think it's so real. I think that what happened with Matt LaFleur is that he took his personal feelings, his personal rivalry with Ben Johnson
Right.
to heart, that it affected the game plan.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get caught up in the whole personal side of things and you get emotional. And now he wants to just beat him down. He wants to score as many points. And instead of being conservative, letting the clock go, winning the game, I think he wanted to make a statement. And maybe this is a far reach, but that's the only thing that I can possibly think of that would affect that outcome to be what it was.
I understand where you're coming from. I ain't thinking about it from that point of view, but man, that's the only thing that can explain like play calling.
Yeah, right.
Like
It's like it
anybody,
wasn't about the team, it was about Matt going against Ben.
right? And don't get me wrong, I know you just can't take your foot off the pedal. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to keep, scoring if possible, but you also want to use the clock as an advantage because now that's in your favor. So
Yeah,
as
I
a
do it in
coach,
Madden all the time.
right? So you are 21-3, man. Like that clock really shouldn't have stopped much, and no ball should have been snapped with nothing less than 5 seconds on the clock.
Right.
So that you should have been eating up that play clock, that 40 seconds of the play clock, man. That could eat up a lot of time, especially if you're getting first downs, a couple first downs. So I
Caleb
don't know, man.
Williams.
Yeah, that's what my next thought was. I'm glad you went there. Got to get the Bears credit, man. It's just something magical going on with him right now.
Yeah, something magical is going on with that kid. That kid's been a winner since high school.
Yeah,
You know, he's been a winner since high school, and people don't really put enough focus on that. But Caleb has been a winner since high school. He was a
right.
winner in college. He was one off for that championship. But this kid, what I love about him is that he has an even kill. He's never too high. He's never too low.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, man, I'm glad. And DJ Moore seemed to be making big plays, man, all the time. Swift looked good. That rookie tight end looked good for the Bears.
Swift was looking swift.
Yeah, Swift looked good, man. He did look good coming out of the backfield. Making moves, being tough to tackle. And Loveland, man, Loveland, the rookie tight end. Oh my God,
Oh, Loveland, something else.
man, he was special, man.
He
I
is
was saying,
special.
he was special, man. It was point in time where he just kind of like locked in on him, like, yeah, I'm going him. And he had a couple drops that game. His game could have been bigger than what it was. Like he went for like
Yeah,
120 plus, and he had a couple drops during the game.
yeah, yeah.
But
Loveland is something else, man.
yeah, he
And
is,
not
man.
only that, those fans, those Bears,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Bears, the
yeah,
fans. It's been a
yeah.
long time since they've seen greatness, man.
I
I,
talked
I can
about
feel Walter Payton's spirit in the stadium.
Yeah. I talked about the difference in the Bears fans and kind of like the difference that was in the Jaguars fans the next day. Is like, um, just like the Bears fan was electric, man, and they just were gonna will their team to victory. They
Yeah,
think it's like they thought the louder they screamed, the more chance, the more opportunity they got to win, man.
it's the
And
heart and soul, opposing to fans that are just coming to see a spectacle.
right, and the Jags fans, man, they was not quite as electric. I mean, don't get me wrong, they were cheering, but it wasn't like the energy that the Bears fans brought, man.
Yeah, the Bears are fantastic. And what do you think about their chances against the Rams?
Man, it's very good, man. I think the chances are very good against the Rams, to be honest with you, man, because it's outdoors in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I think the chances are really good. Yeah.
You think it's good because Matt Stafford, I mean, Did he impress you, Coach, this week?
Yeah, man. I'm always fond of Matt Stafford ball, way he play ball, man. Arm talent is unmatched, and the weapons he got, they talented group. But they shouldn't have got away.
They shouldn't have got away.
They shouldn't have got away, my
They
brother.
shouldn't have got away.
They shouldn't have got away, my brother.
And what do you
All right,
think, Coach? What do you think about Matt Stafford this week?
man. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm always fond of Matt Stafford, man. He played solid. He played really good. He had to, man, because the Panthers kept putting pressure on him.
Those Panthers put some serious pressure on him. And you know what? It just, I know you're in Carolina right now. I mean, I can just imagine how the fans were, man, when the Panthers went down. They had it, man. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna leave the camera and just, I don't know what you were gonna do. What do you think
yeah,
about the Panthers? They had it, man.
man, yeah, man. The Rams shouldn't have got away with that one, man. I don't know what the Panthers were doing, man. They kind of played a lax defense, a prevent type defense, and kind of let the Rams just go downfield. But man, the Panthers played better than anybody could expect it.
Yeah, they did. Shout out to the Panthers season. They had a good season.
They did, man. They had a good season. It's hard to call 8 and 9 a good season, but for the Panthers, that was a good season, man. Especially, through all um the turmoil that Bryce been through, the benching,
Yeah.
the naysayers. So I'm glad he, made some positive regression in his game. So they got something to look forward to, man. Jalen Coker came, played some ball. He was hurt beginning of the season. He was hurt for a while. So, you got Coker and T Mac, man. You got your good wide receiver core. You got Horn. So you got some
They
good receivers.
definitely got something to look forward to.
Right. So that
And
was
the
good, man.
Rams got something to look forward to with against these Bears, though. I don't know. I know Matt Stafford had a good game. Devontae Adams, we need to hear more from him, I think, this game.
Yeah, I think so. This was his first game back from hamstring injury. He missed 3 weeks. So I didn't expect too much from him, but next week I think it'll be a better week. It take a week to get back acclimated. So I think next week will be a better week for him. It's
Yeah,
gonna have to be,
it's going to have to be in that terrain.
It's gonna have to be, man, because the Bears, they just got something magical going on this year, man.
Yeah, they got something magical going on, but does Josh Allen have something magical going on because Patrick Mahomes is not around? Lamar Jackson is not around. There's no more excuses that can be found.
It's now or never for him, man. That's the playoffs right now. It's really kind of about him, you know. It's now or never. Like none of them guys that beat you before, they not there in the playoffs. Even Joe Burrow, even though Cincinnati been struggling the last 3 years, but Burrow done had times where he got the best of Josh. None of them guys are there anymore, man.
What is he going to do? I mean, he did fantastic with the Jags, but like you said, man, blame it on the fans.
Yeah, man, the Jags played well. They played good enough to win the game, but Josh kind of did what Josh do. Man, Parker Washington looked really good with the Jags.
Yeah, really
Trevor
good.
played good, but it's about Josh, man. Josh looked really good. He willed in the victory. He might have had about three touchdowns. Total for 3 touchdowns. So it's all about what Josh can do, man. And he tough to beat. It's funny how how the Jazz won the division. Houston came in second in the division, but the Jazz got the tougher matchup.
Yeah.
That was
And
tough
that
to go.
sucks when that happens in football.
It
It's
does, man.
it
I was
really
really
it's almost like it's not even fair.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is, man. So I was hoping at the end of regular season, I was hoping that we weren't gonna get matched up with the Bills first round, and then so when the Chargers took that week off when they played Denver, fell into the seventh seed. I knew Buffalo was gonna play and try to win because they still had matter of fact, they didn't even play their people neither, but I knew they backups could beat the Jets.
Right, right. I think something might have happened to Coach Q. We've lost connection, but I'm going to finish this off by saying the Bills are going to have their hands filled with the Denver Broncos, Bo Nix, Sean Payton, and that defense. And it's going to be something uh, special in Mile High. And I just don't know if the Bills are going to be able to beat them. But if there's anyone that could beat them, it's Josh Allen. So we'll figure out what's going to happen with that. I'm sure the Bills Mafia will find their way or make their way there in Colorado. And it should be a fantastic, fantastic game. And with that being said, I also think that these games here are going to be some of the most entertaining games that we've seen all year. So I'm really excited for it. I'm looking for it. I'm pumped up. And I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's see what happens, guys. And Coach Q, I don't know where he's at, but I hope he's okay. He had a little disconnection. Show had to go on, but now it has to go off. Catch y'all later.
So my husband Bob Ray and I, along with my son Kevin and his wife Laura, have the Loft on Main Airbnb in Washington, North Carolina. And you were asking about the artwork. I'm a painter, and my husband Bob is, and we have a lot of our work in the loft. We kind of say it's where Soho meets Charleston. It's a loft like you might expect in New York. One long. It's in the top of an old building downtown. Great location near the river, near all the restaurants, and we have our artwork there as well as a gallery in town, and the Bank Bistro, which is a wonderful restaurant in Washington, has our paintings. And the people comment a lot who stay in the Airbnb. They love the artwork, and so it's a way of us connecting and creating a space that we're comfortable in. We stay there sometimes if we're in town. We live out in the country, and so we get a lot of really positive feedback about the wonderful art and the space.
And it truly is a beautiful space, very cozy, and like we had mentioned, it's right in the heart of downtown, not far from the waterfront, and everything you need is just a few steps
Here we
away.
go. The Turnage Theater directly beside the Loft on Main. The Loft on Main is upstairs over what used to be the American Barbershop. And our space was a beauty parlor in the 50s and 60s when my mom would make me go and get a permanent. But next door was the movie theater. And for years, I didn't know about until, oh, probably the last 15 years, there's a vaudeville theater upstairs, and it's totally haunted. If you walk in that stairwell to go upstairs, it looks like they had turned off the lights from the performance the night before and walked out. And you can
Wow.
feel the presence there. A lot of the buildings are, but the history goes back to the 1600s in Washington. So there are a lot of decades of souls that can be walking around. We never experience anything in the loft, though. It's cozy and quiet there, but the theater next door.
You know,
Sure.
we want people to reach out. Is there a time of year that you recommend people come and visit Washington?
Well, it's nice all year round. They have all kinds of activities, especially it's a very vibrant downtown community. It's growing like crazy. There are lots of restaurants, and along with the restaurants, it brings and the waterfront. They have festivals. Um, um, if I was March, April, May, June, the fall is my favorite. You know, we have a lot of people that stay with us for Thanksgiving and Christmas that have family and friends in town. And so there's always something to do. And like I say, that close to the theater and art galleries and the museum and everything, there's always a lot to do.
Rain or shine, it's a great spot to visit, folks. So
That's
how do you
it.
want people to reach out if they would like to stay? Is it best to go to you're available on the Airbnb website
Yes.
that people
We
can go directly?
we only book through the Airbnb, but it's a little tricky. If you put in the loft, the first one that comes up is New York and then California and then Dallas. So you have to say the loft on Main, Washington, North Carolina. And we have superhost status, so we're the first one in our town that comes up. And so we'd love to see you. My son Kevin does all the booking, and Bob and I make sure it's neat and tidy, and that there are fresh towels and flowers. So come on, visit.
Wonderful. Well, we'll be sure to share that with all our neighbors. It's that Washington is such a beautiful place for a staycation. You need to get away from the stress of the world and
Yeah,
just kind of get lost and discover some new things.
yeah.
So thank you so much, Barbara, for being with us. And we enjoyed meeting you. And we're excited to introduce you and your artwork and just this wonderful family-owned business right here in Eastern North Carolina.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You're welcome. We'll be checking in for any updates. See you soon.
Okay. Bye.
I thought this was supposed to be fake. Oh, you got me pretty good too.
Little Mania Midget Wrestling Live is coming to Eastern North Carolina Thursday, January 29th at T-Birds in Weaverville, Friday, January 30th at the Countryside Event Center in Goldsboro, and Sunday, February 1st at Secrets Cabaret in Fayetteville. Don't miss America's #1 touring show. The action is intense and the pain is real. Get your tickets now at littlemaniaevents.com.